This is a simple project story, so feel free to fill in any missing details with your own imagination. In the early days of the pandemic, I acquired a child's electric scooter someone had thrown out with the curbside trash. Back at my workshop, using my multimeter, I determined that all the controls worked. However, the two 12-volt batteries would not charge above 10 volts. It seemed like a simple battery swap, but checking online, I discovered that the exact size replacement batteries were scarce and pricey. There was a cheaper battery, but it was a half-inch thicker than the originals. So the logical thing to do was to modify the scooter to accept these thicker batteries. The batteries lie on their side in the scooters, so the thicker batteries would require that the scooter deck be raised a half-inch off the metal frame. This would be accomplished by using some half-inch wood cubes purchased at the local Dollar Tree store as spacers. Some of the other tools and parts used for this project were a drill, a 1/4-inch drill bit, wire cutters, a Phillips head screwdriver, a small vice grips pliers, the wood cube spacers, a sheet of foam, battery lug connectors, M580 bolts in the 25 and 35 millimeter lengths, a 2-part epoxy glue, and of course, 2 new batteries. The battery wires were transferred to the new batteries by using the wire cutters to cut loose the soldered wires from the old batteries, and then using the vice grips to crimp connectors onto the stripped wire ends. Using the drill and drill bit, 6 of the wooden cubes got holes to accommodate the M5 bolts. 2 securing holes at the end of the deck were elongated slightly to get proper bolt alignment to the metal frame. After determining the best cube spacing locations on the underside of the deck, sandpaper was used to scratch the plastic to get a good gluing surface. The cubes were painted black, matching the frame, and then glued to the underside of the deck using the 2-part epoxy. The back of the battery strap was changed to match the new bolt path geometry. Then the batteries were secured into the scooter using the battery strap. A thin foam sheet was placed between the battery and the securing strap for protection and to produce a snug fit. The deck was placed on the frame and secured with the 35mm long bolts at the rear position and the 25mm long bolts at the other 4 locations. The result was a scooter with a raised platform deck and larger, longer-lasting batteries. Cleanup included proper disposal of the old batteries by dropping them off at the local Napa Auto Parts store. So, a flip of the switch, a turn of the throttle, and a kickstart puts the scooter back on the road.